Hey Luciana, this is Kita Bussy doing a video review for your movement. I've slowed down the video. First of all, on your draw, notice how you throw the gun all the way to the end of your arms. See how it sort of jerks a little bit as you throw it to the end of your arms? That disturbs your sights. So in the last couple of inches of your draw, like from here to here, inches, sorry, the last couple of centimeters of your draw, from here to here should be very, very smooth. I'm gonna get out my drawing tools. So from the holster to this point should be really fast. And then right here, from here to here, should be very, very smooth so that you're not jerking the sights onto the target. I hope that makes sense. So that actually delayed your shooting because you had to wait for the sights to settle down from throwing the gun to the end of your arms. And see here how you turned this into two separate positions. Your hips are pointed this way for these targets, and then you have to point this way for these targets, and you made it two separate positions by moving your foot. So if this foot stays still, then it'll just be one position by shifting your weight and rotating your body and not moving your feet. See how that foot moved? That cost you some time. And here, the way you're taking off, it looks like you're already trying to control your running. You're not running as fast as you can run because you know you have to round this corner up here and you don't want to be out of control. So instead, take off as hard as you can right here, and then right about, probably right about here, you would switch to these tiny little quick steps to control that deceleration and acceleration in the corner. See how you're not running as fast as you can because you know that corner's coming? So here is where you would start breaking it up into short, choppy steps instead of being at a full run. I like how you're pumping your arms in the direction of movement. Those are really good angles to help propel yourself. Good control. See, if you had been taking bigger steps right here, you would have fallen. So because you were taking those tiny steps, you didn't fall. But the tiny steps actually should start right about here. And that way you have more time here to be running as fast as you can run. And the gun was a little bit late. See how your foot is already in position? And here the gun is down, but your foot is in position, and the gun should already be up and aimed. Even if you can't see the target, pick a spot on the visual barrier where you know the A zone is going to appear and aim at that. So you could have been shooting sooner if you had the gun up earlier. You have this really wide stance right up on the wall, and you probably already know this, but if you stood, just back here a little bit farther, the wall wouldn't have been in your way. I'm guessing you just missed that spot a little bit. Really nice shifting your weight out of position as you're shooting. Now this wide stance again is just a little bit too wide. So your feet are way out here, and instead you want them to be more like here. Because there's so much space between your legs, your muscles are at full stretch, and it sort of takes all the bounce, the spring, the coil out of your muscles, so it's harder to push off when your feet are spread so far apart. It's a nice stable base to shoot from, but if you have to go somewhere, it's a lot harder to push off. So if you bring your feet in just a hair, like right about there would be a good stance. This is just a little bit too wide. And then when you set that foot down, let's go back here a little bit. Setting this foot down, you have to catch all of your weight, all on that one foot, and it jars the sights. Where if you took 2 smaller steps, that would help break up your weight between 2 steps so it's less jarring to your sights. Now, when you're looking at the gun for your reload, you're looking at the gun here. That's too soon. Here you should be focusing more on getting to the next target. You have a long enough move here that you can put your direct focus on movement first, then focus on the reload. I see you looking at your gun, but that needs to wait until the instant you're seating the magazine. Here. This is the instant you should be looking at the gun, and instead, you're looking at the targets. That makes it easy to fumble the reload. So your eyes are up on the targets the whole time you're seating the magazine. So you're just looking at the gun at the wrong time during your reload. And again, with these big steps, it's a lot harder to control, and it's very inefficient. Instead, take tiny, fast steps. Nice shooting. And again, you're right up on this wall here. If you take just a little step back, then the wall won't be in your way. Nice shooting overall.